Hey everybody, Tactic Angel here, back on the PlayStation 4, looking at some World of Warships Legends. Today we'll be just talking about the August 2019 update and the hunt for the Tirpitz in particular. So of course what I'm looking at here is the Hunt for the Tirpitz campaign for the legendary Tier 7 premium ship Tirpitz. Now I will be doing a review on the Tirpitz, but I will be doing that in the last week of this campaign. As a quick reminder, before I forget to remind you all, you do not have to buy Admiralty backing up front. You can see how far along you can get in this particular campaign before you throw any money at it. So I'm going to be actually working through the campaign just like you will be, and at the end of it, no matter how badly it's going for me, I will get you a review in that last week, probably on a Monday or Tuesday, no later than Wednesday, so that you guys can kind of see what I think about the ship and kind of make some judgments about whether or not you think it's worth it for you. Obviously, if you're a pure free-to-play player, then that'll just be a video that you can watch and enjoy or ignore, or I guess there are other options, but I do appreciate everybody's positive feedback so far. Anyway, as this says, it is the biggest campaign to date, and it is actually a really big campaign. Not only is it a big campaign, it's a big campaign that happens in a compressed time frame. In this case, you're only going to get 35 days to try to complete all this, and you have a lot more extra missions that you have to get through. And I want to get into that right away because this, I think, is going to be a little bit of a stumbling point for a lot of people. And honestly, even when I look at it, it is a lot of time that you're going to have to put into this if you want to get a Tirpitz for the low price of $10, essentially. As we look into this, first thing you'll notice, Weekly HAVOC is back. You can go into these. You're going to earn the same sort of rewards that you're used to at this point. If you win the right number of battles, if you earn the right number of credits, and several XP rewards along the way. And they are in this sort of sequential system where you have to unlock one and then the next and then the next, just like they always have been. But you'll also notice there's a couple more of them, so you can actually earn more of these each week. And that's a good thing. But keep in mind, you have to play twice as much, essentially, in order to get the Tirpitz as you would the Atlanta. We also have the Battle Triumph. The Battle Triumphs are actually separated into 3 different sets of trials. Now, I will mention that this is maybe a little bit deceptive because you will notice that there are these ensign trials, and then there are captain trials, and then there are admiral trials. Now, you have to complete all of the ensign trials before you can do the captain trials, and you have to complete all the captain trials before you can complete any of the admiral trials. So essentially, this is really one giant set of hurdles that each one you have to complete before you get onto the next one. Now you do get an escalating series of rewards. That is going to help you along the normal sort of track that we saw with the other campaigns where you're leveling up and you're getting different rewards at different levels. So there's a lot of stuff in here that you're going to be able to earn. And basically Wargaming has said you're going to win like 3 times as much stuff, I guess, no matter what you do, if you decide to give them the 2,500 doubloons. So this is a real quick look at all of the things that you're going to be potentially earning your way through. As you can see, I'm not even going to slow down because there's just so many levels, ultimately culminating in a German commander's chest and the Tirpitz. All in all, if you purchase Admiralty backing, you're going to get about 3.75 million silver. You're going to get a whole bunch of Commander's XP, which I'm sure none of us need. Commander's chest, the Tirpitz, 34,035 Thaler, 42 camouflages, a whole bunch of flags, a couple of commendations, and so on. And like I said, if you don't want to do this, you're going to get about a quarter of the total rewards if you just play for free. That said, you are getting stuff for free. That's not so terrible. It's bad to look a gift horse in the mouth, and at the price of $0, it's not a bad deal. One other thing I will mention about Thalers is you can also earn them now in these more Thalers missions. They are a daily set of missions. They have 2 sets of 3 ops, and if you somehow manage to complete all of these, you will get a common container. I don't think the common container is really the prize here. The thalers that you'll earn is up to 30 a day. I don't think there's a lot of chance that you're going to be earning 30 of these a day, because you're going to have to do something like 1.8 million damage in a single day, and that is a lot of playing this game. I don't think most people are in that territory. I know that I'm usually not. Once you do start earning some thalers, you can head on over to the Admiralty, just like last time, and you will find a variety of different things that you can spend your fake currencies on, including, of course, German commander containers and some permanent camouflage for Tier 4 German ships, which is actually pretty cool, if you ask me. I certainly am looking forward to perhaps picking up this KÖNIGSBERG camouflage, maybe the König, even though I don't think camouflaging battleships is particularly useful. They're fairly obvious, but on the margins, it would be better to have camouflage than not to have it. And all of these camouflages work more or less the same, because as you see down here, essentially you're getting minus 4.5% sea detectability range and 4.5% greater incoming fire dispersion, so hopefully you'll get missed just a little bit more. That's just below the Type 4 camouflage, so pretty good. Obviously there's still an advantage to throwing money at them to have Type 4 camouflage in every game. Not exactly something I would recommend, but it's your money. And as we hop back over to the Facebook page, you can see here Admiralty backing costs the same as normal, 2,500 doubloons. On top of that, if you'd like to skip the entire campaign, you can throw an extra 27,250 doubloons. That is conveniently just shy of $100 United States. I'm not really sure how that currency translates into anything else, but my guess is that it's fairly expensive no matter where you live. Wargaming is pretty good to get out front of this. The campaign does have the 150,000 damage trial that is never so popular among players. It's still there. It is the crowning achievement of the Admiralty challenges. One other interesting thing, if you do decide to purchase any of those German commander crates, they do have the chance of dropping German battleships between Tier 3 and Tier 6. So go ahead and do that if you would like. Certainly not a bad option to use your thalers for that. You can still use your leftover Deutschmarks, but you cannot use a combination of thaler and Deutschmark together. Like if you have 20 of one and 20 of the other, it doesn't count as 40. They're spent independently. And then here at the end, this final sentence is kind of important. When the September update comes out, any Deutschmarks and thalers that you have left over will be credited back to you as credits. 7,500 each. Not bad. Honestly, there was a part of me that thought about just leaving it all there because I'm constantly broke. So as we scroll down, you can see a list of ships that you can get out of those German commanders containers. I had some Deutschmarks left over, so I went ahead and purchased some right off the bat just to see if I could get lucky, and I did, so I mean that's good. I do not have the Bayern or the Gneisenau, so you know, I could have been more lucky. That would have been pretty fun. But I still have to grind them all anyway because I have to do a line review. So, boosters. So they've added an epic kind of booster. They do stuff a little bit better than the expert boosters. You can convert your common boosters to expert boosters, and then your expert boosters to these epic boosters. And you know, if you want to do that, fine. In terms of a trade, this is simply something that I probably wouldn't do just because I play a lot of games. I don't want to run out of flags. I like the flags. They look good on my ships. You will probably notice in the actual game, the daily boosts are giving away these epic boosters. I'm not sure if this is an all the time sort of thing or just a whet your appetite sort of thing, so this could change. Obviously, we saw the daily boosters disappear for a while last month, which didn't make me happy. But right now you can earn these, use them, that's great. They will probably gather dust for me, but they're definitely useful. Moving on to platform achievements, there are technically trophies now. They were supposed to be, at least some of them, retroactive. That doesn't seem to be working right now, and Wargaming is aware of that, so hopefully they will be pushing some sort of fix so that you don't have to do all of them over again. We also see some leftovers from a hot patch from last time, where they fixed the Nuremberg's rear turrets to be a little bit less unusable, and fixed the binocular view so that it wouldn't glue itself to the ocean sometimes. Our good friends over at Wargaming did fix several things about the sound and the graphics and the UI. That said, the thing you're probably going to notice the most is this little eyeball when you're trying to aim at things. I don't particularly like this, but it's kind of a small thing. Because, I mean, honestly, most of the time you're going to be spotted in this game is with an eyeball, whether it's on a ship or in a plane. You will still get a different marker for the plane, and you will still get a different marker for radar. So, I mean, if that helps new players, then fine. This is really not something I need to complain about, but I feel like it. Then there are really three more things I want to hit on. The Daily Boost is back. The Daily Boost has actually been back for a couple of weeks, and I want to take some personal credit for complaining about that, though I'm pretty sure it had nothing to do with me. For those of you who like to set things on fire, the commander skill Burn It Down XXL is now simply called Burn It Down. Apparently they made this effective previously and removed the gun caliber requirements, which I guess meant that if you were paying attention to the text on the screen, you were technically at a disadvantage before. But now, regardless of how big your gun is, this ability works. So if you're a person who likes to set things on fire in the Atlanta or other boats, then I guess this is good news for you. And then last but not least, we have the ability to earn flags through earning medals. Now, once per day, if you get a First Strike, a Dreadnought, a Kraken Unleashed, you're going to be rewarded with 10 flags. Most of them are just going to give you the battle booster, and if you are anything like me, you have a billion of those. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind having more, but I already have a ton. Personally, I would have liked if they sprinkled a little bit of camouflage in here, but this is a really nice start, and it does reward those of you who play a lot with playing at a high level. So, a little bit of extra stuff so that you can play more in the future. All in all, I would say this is a pretty solid update. I know a lot of people are going to be turned off, as they always are, by the prospect of spending money on a free-to-play game. Obviously, I am not, but somebody needs to keep the servers on. I'm sure there are a couple of people running around already in a Tirpitz. Make sure to thank them for keeping the servers on by shooting them many, many times with high explosives into the superstructure, or, Iowas, I'm looking at you, turtleback armor isn't that effective from citadels at long range. Just a hint. In any case, that's all I have for today. Thank you everybody for listening. I'll see you on the next one.